Hello and welcome back to X-Piratez. In the last episode, we had another set of missions. We had a bandit war truck for some reason, or could be sometimes, with Mohawks. We also had guns of patriots. We had a tower for the wizards where we fought the demons from the Doom. We had highwayman, not fort but house. That's the tier lower version of the highwayman thingy. And what else did we have? I don't remember, but it wasn't that spectacular. Anyway, we're almost at the end of year 2. Off camera, I've set up, made some arrangements, money, etc., and I built ordered summoning circle here, some missile defenses here, mint here. I think I should build summoning circle in this base somewhere and replace this with mint, this with luxury condo, and then this thing needs to be removed also. So I think I here should put a dojo. Just so the kitty cats in here could train if they can. And let's check more chateaus here as we can. I need money. And then brain. It extracted this brain from one of the higher forms of zombies. When this dipped in halarium sludge, it doesn't seem to decay and keeps low-level electric activity. Therefore, we can keep them indefinitely. What for is a wholly different question. Give us the spell bone fever. You see that are real. Ancient log UAC known as the some of the UAC portals led to places which appeared to be located in other universes, however, with laws of physics similar to our own. Others led to dimensions much weirder, where reality worked on principles more resembling a nightmare. These were collectively dubbed Shadowlands. Most inanimate matter from our universe couldn't persist there in a coherent form, but living things somehow could. Visitors who braved these hellscapes naked and unarmed were usually killed, captured, or transformed. Nevertheless, contact with the local lifeforms was sometimes established, and first technologies started to be developed, either to adapt to Shadowlands or tap their unique resources. The Red Queen. What does the Red Queen do? Key to the Void. Okay. Factory, yeah, that's for the summoning circle. But first we need money. Other stuff. More Harbinger's armors. And here we have Stormrat. Stormrat was for robbery. Still awaiting those runs in 1 hour. Now here things will stop escalate more quickly. Destroyer on a crackdown. I think we can down it. Just need the combined force of everyone. I have shields. So combined force should be good enough. Slow down. And there we go. Avalanche missiles to the rescue. This is a church, so we need to prepare the team. Sort of afraid to send tanks and whatnots. Because of the sheer amount, I guess, from the Gauss. Let's also wait for the Harbinger. And probably next day. Weird dream. You see a strange blurred apparition, you feel her staring at you, and you realize you're completely naked. Bloody hell! Kind sister, she speaks, otherworldly. I've seen you saving my trusted temple devotee and other people from deathly peril. I commend you for these good deeds. The world is full of unnatural evil, vile demons, the insect cultists of Apocalypse, the abhorrent zombies. People need a champion. I need a champion, and I beg of you to become one. I have nothing to offer but my teachings. When you accept, Mystery Patron. Your dreams have been brutally invaded by a strange woman, the Mystery Patron. She said some things about fighting evil for her in exchange for some teachings. Now should you write it off as a dream, or give in to madness and ask about her at the Bounty Hunters Guild? Right. Wait for the next day. We see data reel engine load MGM49 or magma. One of the major sources of UAC technology's expertise, especially in the field of automation, was the legacy of an entire entity known as Magma Corporation. Liquidated when the Stargods finally won the struggle for Earth, Magma, initially operating from Witch Haven, was helping the XCOM project to develop advanced weaponry during the Alien War. Magma's origin can be traced to the middle of the 20th century, when it was a secret USSR organization, commanded unexplainably abundant resources, and was linked to a mysterious society known as the Grid, and their plan to create a global supercomputing network. Analytic Ocular, a very advanced and sophisticated device that lets you quickly analyze an enemy who's within your sights. It is able to record and store huge amounts of information. And what does the Exile has to say? Inferno Pistol and Reverend, Cyberheads and Inferno Pistol. Compressed chem fuel tank. The technology of matter compression allows to make fuel tanks with almost twice the effective capacity and still small enough that they do not compromise speed or dodge of the craft. Requires a refinery and power plant, class GTX, but only vehicles which use fuel or GTX. Socializing gave us Wretch. The days of rampant, chaotic mutation are long over, but there are still those who draw the short straw at the genetic lottery. The malformed wretches are mutants amongst mutants, despised by others and generally taking their lot meekly. But woe and these who manage to hurt wretches despite their tough skin, they have plenty of mutant strength and pent-up rage. More socializing, because that's probably a new topic that was delivered by the update. Shadow News. A new subculture is gaining traction in Tower of Souls. The horror of the purebloods, educators, and climans. Teenagers joined gangs which wear scary masks. Yeah. Scary masks. Right, so now we have it's tempting to do so because this is melee. I think I'll pass. One, two, three, four, five, six. Everyone here should be fully rested, almost. So we'll be facing short, so Daka, full Daka. No magic, because their shields will protect from magic. Just in case. Let's also increase our plasma protection. Let's see if we can do the craft. Or it's a destroyer. We're doing the first time ever, I think. Once again. Plasma, see? Exalt and Reverend. 2 exalts. Excellent. And suddenly everyone can see me. Anyway, we need to remove the exalts. But if they're having plasma, that's even better for me. Technically. Because then they will not be penetrating my armor. Oh. And I have sort of reduction for the plasma, though, you know, plasma will eventually shoot through my armor. So many reverends, so maybe they will start panicking. Not enough diamonds. So questions of XPiratez. And more exalts. Good thing she didn't have the range. Can let you be. And there's the XPiratez. Right. One is you. Ah, you. Yes, then I cannot let you be. Kill it with fire, as they say. So we killed 3. Wonder if there's more. There's more of you. Is she the only left? It's the engine. It's pretty empty. Looks like there might be someone else. But that someone else might be already planning. Yeah. So what do I get from this UFO? Plasma, 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 blaster lantern. That's that was not used. Almanac, bananas, chrysolite, chrysolite, chrysolite. Nothing special really. No hypno panels, no parts for weapon. Pretty poor loot. Was it a big ship? The Seeker. Send the Fortuna. Avenger armor. An armor blessed by the demon gods, its only protection besides dodging is a field of mysterious energy, fully regenerating each half turn. Purple shield 44 shield points. It also returns some damage the wearer deals with ammo-less weapons as time units, warp effect, auto defense plus bravery divided by 5. So at 100 bravery, that's 20. Camo free, night, pain resistance full, practically. Pretty strange armor. UAC rocket launcher. This advanced weapon shoots fast and accurately. Its small rockets have plastic warheads which do not only ignore 20% armor, but also damage it. A magazine holds 5 rounds and reloading goes quite swiftly. Its main drawback is low accuracy at long ranges. Synsuit. Composed of microfibers or synthetic muscle, this armor substantially increases the strength of the user. Requires surgery room to manufacture. That's why we need surgery room in our production facilities. But generally, I'm not sure this armor is good enough. This is like standard merc armor. Lots of piercing resistance, but yeah, good luck if you know you have 100 piercing to deal with, because 100 minus 60%, that's minus 40%, that's 60 still, and that's beyond the armor. Then there's almost armor negation, and of course the randomness. So I'm not sure at what level this armor is useful. Probably it would be useful, at the very beginning of the game where you're fighting low-tiered weapons when piercing doesn't bother you. Ogre workers. The term ogres denotes a rare offshoot of the brute strain. The ogres have some capacity to metabolize Hilarium, which makes them much more capable intellectually, as well as even more robust than other brutes. Not really belonging to any larger society, ogres usually find jobs as mercenaries of all sorts, including lowly workers. They take double salary compared to normal workers, but there are worth 3 of them each. Not that I'm going to ever use workers. Chris gas mine. A mine filled with deadful chrysalid gas has a large radius of effect, so handle with care. The mine is destroyed by 80 plus damage. Mega Zombie Examination. A vile creature made from the pieces of many corpses. Through the art of necromancy, we found arcane wiring inside its enormous husk. Can take an ungodly amount of punishment before being destroyed. Blind Sense 30. And it's quite resistant to anti-E511. Unlike any other zombies, they're extremely vulnerable. Bounty hunts for Mystery Patron. Decide to take up the cooperation with this Mystery Patron. It seems to be the only way to figure out who she is and what her real motives are. Anyway, and maybe her teachings might be worth a dime. Sure enough, there was an application waiting at the Bounty Hunt Network, so she's recognized as an official Bounty Hunt customer. She does not offer any tokens, but writes that you need to pass 3 difficult tests of brains, brawl, and savvy before most of her teachings even start to make sense. Because work comes first, and the pay, well, you will make sure it's extracted one way or another. Well, the brains, I know it's zombies, so maybe we should start making anti-zombie ammo. Okay, let's not go any further. Down to pieces. Build host is done. Now researcher. And we now blitzing through those with proper number of runs. And we have mansion robbery. That's an hour of wasted time. Yeah, and this is the normal one. Alright. Crew ready. Refreshing. I could wait until the next date so everyone will be refreshed. How are we doing with manufacturing here? Let's make as many iPhones as possible from the mansion. And wait until next day. we're missing money for this. What do I need from you now? Let's make one. On a survey. Okay, let's quickly do it. No funny business with spells, because I want you guys to be arrested. Ah. Okay. Oh. Blow up something. There are doors opening, so there's someone over here in plane. some reason you are both not panicking. Okay, who's missing? Drones, probably. Yeah, I saw you somewhere.
What the?
Alright. What am I missing for you? I need 3 spiders. I won't be waiting for free in space. So nomads cannot be repeated. Can be. I don't see the option. It's butter, pit. Well, I don't research the deep one. Ah, already selected it. Right. Right. Air supremacy. Shooting down large and dangerous warships will fill our enemies with terror, thus generating enough infamy that we may safely ignore a lot of ground combat. Not true. To implement that doctrine properly, we outlined plans for new, more powerful interceptors. And you want advanced fighter. Types of Doom. These strange weaponized musical instruments can spit out salated venom in a fashion much like what a live specimen is capable of. It also emits horrifying noises when played, much like its non-weaponized counterpart. Here are the battle pipes. Solar Courier. Unleash your inner artist. This season, the world of fashion takes a bold detour into the raw, unapologetic aesthetics of gangster and punk style. Once symbols of defiance and counterculture, these edgy trends have been reimagined to captivate the contemporary wardrobe. Synthetic leather jackets adorned with studs, oversized streetwear, fishnet accents, and striking graphic prints, elements that blur the lines between rebellion and sophistication. This new trend reflects a surge in public interest in the lives of social outsiders and a daring attempt to emulate their cultural strengths, crucial for survival in the unforgiving worlds of crime and voluntary poverty. However, while making your own clothes is fun and a way to enrich our cultural landscape, but they sadly also can be observed on the margins of this trend. The uninspired use of the common industrial Duratred trademark is a real eyesore with its boring unoriginality, its ghastly eternal sheen, and its associated skin diseases. Duratred always looked the same, so it's impossible to know if it's infected with some sort of mutation. But the spiritual disease is even worse. Duratred's unchanging nature looking more and more fake and ridiculous as you age. Combat Pilot. This flight suit can only be obtained by catgirls who serve in the regular Nekomi troops, as a holographic visor, an air filtration system, and even an analog of our grav unit, some kind of experimental naturalized technology. Right. Cyber heads will be provided by probably by the Reverend. Alright, let's go rob some mansion. We need all the minxes we can get. And then guess maid outfits. I'm not going with the looters. They don't have any evasion. Alright. So best weapon will be Scorches because of the thingy. And iPhones. RAM. Don't forget about RAM. Torches are done. This is infiltration, right? Right. This is a shotgun-like, but this is a pistol, so why not? Are returning. Rounds free, no. This is not returning. Well, you can use those and then pick up any weapon from the killed. Definitely not for you. Other infiltration guns you can use. And many. Okay, let's double checking iPhones set. Oh, now I need to make room. How much room? Not much. Come on. Alright, that was very quick. Thankfully, because I've probably found all the drones. Did I get Esper? Yeah, I did get Esper. I did have to kill one, but one Esper is also a great finding. A shame for some wounds, but anyway, we came out rich. Alright, I think that will be it for today. So thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.